Hi, this is Tim from Integra Astronomy. I'm at Monkton Nature Reserve in the Integra Automatic Observatory, and today we're going to be installing our latest bit of kit, the Integra 85 focusing rotator from Gemini Telescope Design in Italy. And we have already taken off the camera and the AO7 adaptive optics unit, and this is our previous focuser, which is the Optec TCF-S, which has actually been a really nice bit of kit. I bought that in about 2000, so it's served me well. But it's I've wanted a rotator for about 10 years, and this has a focuser built in as well, so we're going to be changing it over for that. So we've got the back off of the telescope, and what you're left with is a big old thread on the back of LX200, and so we have to mount the rotator up onto that. Okay, so this is the back plate, and you can see that screws on, and it's held on by the 3 grub screws here, and that actually makes for a very solid fitting, so to make sure the thing doesn't come undone in use. Here we are with the main body of the rotator installed, and that bolts on with 3 screws, which are quite difficult to see because the motors are in the way, but here is one here, and there's a brass collimation screw there, and then on top there's a bolt which holds everything in. And so hopefully we've measured all the collimation screws with a vernier caliper to make sure we've got the same distance, so that should be nice and square and calibrated. Right, first mistake, we've mounted this on the back of the telescope and realised that we haven't got it straight. So when we put the cover on, the bottom of the unit is here across the 2 motors. So it would work fine like that, but I'm a bit OCD, and so I actually want to rotate this so that the bottom of the cover, the motors are at the bottom here, because it will bug me forever if I don't do it. So we've got to disassemble the whole thing and make sure the first plate is in the right orientation. It's really difficult to film in here because of the light coming in through the shutters, but we're looking right down the telescope tube now. You can see all the optics, and we've aligned the top screw here. The telescope is at a funny angle. It's not level because it's on an equatorial mount. So this is the plate on the top here. The dovetail plate is the middle top of the telescope tube, so we want the rotator to be aligned with that. So we've aligned this top grub screw in a straight line with that, and hopefully that will come into position now. Okay, we had a little bit of trouble mounting the camera, but it's on there now. I had to use the 2-inch nose piece here as a spacer, which luckily has a female T-thread in the front end and a male T-thread at the back end, so I was able to use that. We've had to take off the AO7 because the AO7 bends 90 degrees and positions the camera down here, which means you're at risk of crashing into the fork, so there's virtually no tilt-up limit with the AO7 on. So we're going to work with that off for now and see how we get on. And the camera is reasonably sturdy mounted. I'm not a big fan of screw fittings because they have a propensity to come undone, but we'll see how it goes with this one. Okay, now this is the next day, and I'm doing voiceover on this track because the audio got corrupted. Sorry for the terrible audio quality. So as you can see, the body of the rotator is fouling on the focus knob of the LX200, and as we ran the focuser in, it crashed into that knob and everything came to a grinding halt, and we considered filing the case down at that point, but don't really want to do that, so it's a case of taking it all off and starting again.